Hi, I'm Mark McClellan, Stewardship Coordinator with the Georgia Forestry Commission. Welcome to our virtual Field Day series. In today's episode, we're going to learn more about shortleaf pine. Shortleaf pine forests and their associated habitats contain extraordinary cultural, ecological, and economic value. They provide wildlife habitat, recreational opportunities, enhance water quality, and high-value wood products. Due to their hardiness, their timber potential, and diverse ecosystems, shortleaf pine restoration has become a major conservation priority in recent years. To tell us more about this topic, we've invited Michael Hinson, one of our stewardship specialists, to show us the difference between shortleaf pines and other pine species, shortleaf pine characteristics, and restoring the shortleaf pine ecosystem.
Thanks, Mark. I'm happy to be here. There are currently fewer than 6 million acres of shortleaf pine across its natural range, which is less than 10% of the original acreage. And most of the stands that you find now are more mixed stands with oaks and other hardwoods as opposed to planted pine stands. GFC has recently joined the Shortleaf Pine Initiative, which is working to enhance existing stands while doing restoration work in other areas. The Shortleaf Pine Initiative was established in 2013 and plays a significant role in establishing and maintaining existing stands and the ecosystem. Shortleaf Pine Initiative's goals are to maintain and improve these stands while also providing outreach and technical support to landowners and foresters. The partners included in this initiative include GFC, NRCS, U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, U.S. Forest Service, the National Wild Turkey Federation, and many others. Before we get into shortleaf pine management, let's discuss some similarities and differences between shortleaf and other southern yellow pines such as loblolly and longleaf. Shortleaf has a small crown with smaller needles and smaller cones with a straight bole, which means it doesn't have much taper. Whereas longleaf has a more open oval crown with longer needles and larger cones. Loblolly sits in between both of these in needle length and cone size, and they have an average size crown. The difference between loblolly, shortleaf, and longleaf goes back to part of the root system development. In shortleaf and longleaf, the root system develops in the first 2 years to give it a better growing system for the future, whereas loblolly is going to focus mainly on trying to grow in height as opposed to grow its root system. Both shortleaf and longleaf are shade intolerant, while loblolly is moderately tolerant of the shade. Natural occurrences such as ice storms do not affect shortleaf pine as much, whereas it affects a longleaf due to the longer needles and the more open crown. Prescribed burning, longleaf and shortleaf are very similar as both benefit from periodic burns. But unlike longleaf, shortleaf can resprout if top killed, which means if fire were to get in a stand of younger trees and that tree were to be devastated by the fire, it could actually resprout from its root system, and longleaf does not have this ability. One main primary reason for the loss of shortleaf is due to the lack of regeneration efforts, and loblolly is typically replanted on some of these sites due to the fact that it grows a little bit faster. Shortleaf pine does well in well-drained soils and on southwest facing slopes. Establishing shortleaf pine is very similar to establishing other southern yellow pines and starts with site prep. Site prep can include mechanical work, herbicide applications, and prescribed burning. Site preparation should start with a chemical spray between July and September. The standard tank mix is 24 ounces to the acre of Arsenal AC and 64 ounces to the acre of Accord XRT2. And if briars are expected to be an issue, then add Excort XP to the tank at 1 ounce to the acre. Another option is to add 3 ounces to the acre of Alst XP for applications done after August 15th. This will provide some early herbaceous weed control following in the spring. If mechanical work is needed, there are several options including drum chopping, root raking, and shearing. 6 to 8 weeks after the spray, which should be around November, prescribe burn the area to remove logging slash and piles. Shortleaf pine should be planted in the months between December and March, when it's coldest and the seedlings are dormant. Planting densities are very similar to those of other southern yellow pine, which are 6 by 12 for 605 trees per the acre, or 6 by 10 for 726 trees per the acre.
So here at Flint River Nursery, we grow shortleaf pine. We grow a bare root shortleaf. Right now, we're hoping to one day get into growing containerized shortleaf, which would be easier to plant, especially for folks, you know, in northwest Georgia and some of the other native ranges of shortleaf that might have rocky areas that are hand planting. It'll just enhance the survival.
Now here we are in a natural stand of shortleaf and oak, and we're going to discuss some management options. First and foremost, let's discuss prescribed burning. Prescribed burning should be done once the trees reach a height of 15 foot or around 8 years old, and needs to be done on a 2 to 3 year rotation. Next, let's discuss thinning. A first thinning should occur around age 17 or once the stand reaches 120 basal area and should be brought down to 80 basal area. And then the stand should be returned to a burning rotation every 2 to 3 years until it's ready for a second thinning around age 25. The goals for restoring shortleaf pine ecosystems are essential for many wildlife species, including bobwhite quail, wild turkey, whitetail, prairie warbler, and many others.
As conservationists, we have learned the importance of restoring these valuable ecosystems. Without fire adapted species, many of these ecosystems will decline. So let's restore this valuable resource. To learn more about this topic and other topics, please visit our website, gatrees.org. We hope you enjoyed today's episode, and we'll see you next time.